What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Lou from Stretch and Grow, massage practitioner and certified personal trainer. And the purpose of this channel is to help busy people release stress, pain, and anxiety in less time than a coffee break. And in today's video, what I want to talk about is probably one of the most important topics to me that could really change your life. And that is being at the cause of your life as opposed to the effect. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of times when we go through life and we watch events take place, we allow the events, the circumstances, to dictate how we react to life. We become at the effect of life, and we allow these circumstances just to pull and tug at us. Like, for instance, if you're watching the news or something and you see something on the news, immediately when you watch something on the news, you might have a reaction, an instinctual feeling, an impulsive feeling. And that feeling right there that you get could actually dictate how you're going to behave and react the rest of the day. So in today's video, what I want to talk to you about is how to, in a sense, gain control of your internal dialogue, being more so at the cause of your reality as opposed to the effect. Being the white pool ball that controls the color pool balls as opposed to just being a color pool ball being smacked around by the white pool ball, if that makes sense. So how do you do that? It's a very simple formula. I learned this at a seminar one time. And the formula is event E plus R equals O. E plus R equals O. And that is the event plus the R, which is either one of two things, which is either your reaction or, I'll talk about the other R later, but let's go. The event plus the reaction equals the outcome. So I'll give you an example. I'll use the example earlier. You watch the news, it triggers you, you feel angry, and now you start to react in an angry way towards your spouse. Now all of a sudden your kids do something and you act in an angry way, and you think it's your kids that's causing you to be angry or the outside event, when in fact it might have been the trigger from watching the news earlier. Or you might take it out on your wife or your husband or whatever. But what you're not realizing is there's all these outside things going on that's hitting you that you're reacting to, and then you're taking it out on other people, which is the outcome, right? However, there's another way you could handle this. So E, event, plus R equals outcome. The other R is, as opposed to reaction, is responding. Is learning how to realize, become aware that something hits you and it disturbs you. It's learning to say, okay, I'm aware that I've become disturbed. So for instance, you watch the news, it angers you. What you'll notice right away when the event hits you, you'll notice right away that it happens in the body. You start to get an internal feeling. And this is what this channel is about, Stretch and Grow. This is why I use a lot of stretches, trying to reclaim the body. You'll notice you'll get a feeling or a sensation in the body. It might be a tension in the throat, a tension in the shoulders. What I want you to do is become aware of when it's happening. So for instance, you watch the news, it angers you. When it hits you, you'll notice in the body right away that, okay, I'm angry. And it's really that simple. If you could catch it right away, okay, I'm angry. How are you going to respond to this? Now you're angry, what you could do is say, you know what, I'm just going to relax into it. I'm going to allow the anger to be there. I'm going to sit with it. And this is the most powerful phrase, I swear, is I'm going to allow this feeling, this experience to pass on through me. What happens is a lot of the times when we see something like the event, the news makes you angry, the buildup of energy, as opposed to allowing it to pass on through you, what you want to do is, usually most people want to express it. They want to do something with it. They usually react. Now your kid spills the orange juice and you scream at your kid. Not knowing that the news triggered you in a way where you got angry and then you started to express it out on the kid. You reacted in a harsh way, and now you've gave that kid Trump. And now the outcome is your kid grows up insecure, depressed, suicidal, all of these crazy things. But we don't realize that more than likely the event is what caused us to react in that way. So what I want you to do is start noticing these things. Is when you start to have these feelings, learn to respond by just sitting with the feeling and allowing the feeling to pass on through. Now, how do you do that? How do you allow the feeling to pass on through? This is the key. This is the key to becoming at the cause of your life as opposed to the effect. When you notice the feeling, you allow the feeling to be there. I've talked about this in a previous video. You allow the feeling to be there. You sit with it. You say, okay, I'm angry. I'm angry. Where do I feel it? I feel it in my neck and my shoulders. I feel it in my stomach. I feel it in my legs. Wherever you feel it, you sit with it and you say to yourself, I'm going to allow you to be there and I'm going to allow it to pass on through. And you just sit with it. And you'll start to notice if you practice this daily, because it's happening all the time. You're getting disturbed all the freaking time. You see something on the news, you're in traffic, whatever. You start to have these feelings. Your wife looks at you a certain way. Your husband looks at you a certain way. Your kids, they get a bad grade on their report card. Your boss does something to you. You're always getting disturbed. Your coffee's not as hot as you would like it. You start to feel a certain way. What I want you to do is notice when you start to get disturbed. Just notice where in the body you feel it. And say, okay, right now I'm disturbed. I'm not okay. I'm going to sit with this feeling and allow it to be there. When you allow it to be there, you could also allow it to just pass on through. You could start to allow it to flow. And you could also kind of like turn this into like a little bit of a game, allowing your feelings to pass through. And what you'll notice is all of these emotions start to come up and you start to gradually release them. So you allow it to flow on through, and then from there you allow it to be released. And when you release all of these suppressed feelings, particularly feelings of like anxiety, this is something I really, really focus on because I'm actually doing a 4-week course on releasing anxiety. So if you're interested in it, comment in the comment section below. Let me know because I'm going to be launching it really, 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 really soon. It's an incredible, incredible course. This program has created incredible transformation amongst my clients. But anyway, getting back to it. When you allow these feelings to pass through, you'll start to feel like you're at the cause of your reality. And you'll start to learn how to respond appropriately to situations. You won't react in a hostile manner. You won't be as angry. You won't be as sad. And what you could kind of do is now you're kind of free to kind of start setting your intention. And when you start to set your intention, it comes from a clear-minded perspective. And you start to align yourself to what it is exactly that you want. You start to realize what it is that you want to do with your life. And you start to become in alignment with it. And you'll find that you no longer need to like will yourself to do things because you're just aligned to it. You'll find that it's easier to just do these things. Do the things that you used to find hard because you've released all of these suppressed emotions. So this is a simple way, but very, very difficult to become at the cause of your life as opposed to the effect. And what you start to notice too, which is cool, is when you start to get this right, is you start to have an effect on your reality. You start to have an effect on people around you. Where when people start to take out their anger on you, you just hold a sense of presence for them. And you'll start to notice that you won't be as reactive. Like, I'll give you an example, like with my girlfriend or something. If she starts to take anger out on me, and it's not me that she's angry with. It's just she's reacting in an angry or hostile way. I could kind of just be present with her and be there with her. And for the most part, I learned how to just respond appropriately. I don't respond by lashing out, taking it out on her, or fighting with her. I just kind of hold the space for her. And what I find most of the time is she starts to come to awareness herself of what's actually bothering her. So this is a way to be at the cause of your life as opposed to the effect. And you have to get to the root, which is releasing a lot of your disturbances, releasing a lot of your triggers. And again, if you want to know how to do this in step, like really, really easy way to do this, really effective way to do this, comment in the comment section below. Let me know, and I'll reach out to you. But this is a quick video. It might not have been a quick video, but this is a video on how to actually be at the cause of your life as opposed to the effect. Hopefully, you found the video very, very helpful. Hopefully, it gave you some insight on maybe I should be responding to life as opposed to reacting. And just by doing that one simple thing is just becoming more conscious of when you become disturbed and allowing these feelings to pass on through, you'll start to be at the cause of your reality. So if you like the video, please like, comment in the comment section below if you have any questions. Also, if you have a friend who's very, very reactive, share them this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe now.